Would you scream if you were being kidnapped?
Who wouldn't?
No, because I would love to believe I would. It gives me anxiety to scream because I'm like, I don't want to bother anyone.
You're like, why don't be too loud?
Welcome back to Two Bros 5 Feet. We're here joined by special guest
Hi.
Marissa. Marissa, what do you want to tell the internet that you're comfortable with?
Oh. Hi.
This is our
So-
friend Riss. She's an ally. Say something, Riss.
Ally.
Is it important to mention she's an ally?
Yes.
I'm not even just an ally.
After the homophobic remarks you made.
This is homophobic.
So,
Anyways.
she's an ally.
Ally.
And within the community, whatever that community is, you decide. And whatever
decide.
whatever that ally is, you decide.
Leave a comment down below. What community you think Riss is in?
We are here in a new location, somewhere in Mesa, with these glowing blocks
Behind a Taco Bell.
behind right next to a Taco Bell.
Are we? Do we know what these are called?
I don't know what they're called.
Well, we have an avocado and a cactus and a sleigh.
This is a snail.
A
That's a
snail.
fucking sleigh.
It's not a sleigh. Sleigh. It's not a sleigh.
Does this scream Arizona to you? All three?
Only this one.
That one.
Avocados are expensive.
Oh, they are expensive.
Avocados are expensive. Thank you for your daily fact, Riss.
They are. Have you seen how much they cost?
Do you buy avocados?
I like guac. I don't buy an avocado.
But do you
So
pay
you don't make your own?
You pay
No.
extra for the guac? You always do.
Does it cost more?
Yeah, it's always extra.
Yeah, and it's expensive.
Oh, like Chipotle?
Yeah. Chipotle. Oh. Anywhere else?
Can't you just say like Chipotle?
Chipotle? They know who we're talking about.
Sponsor
Yeah,
us.
but it's not like copyright.
True. Give me
Maybe.
a free burrito a year. Of course I get the extra guac. I pay extra for the guac. Because I'm unstoppable.
Is their guac good? Never had it. Oh, that's a lie. I literally had it like last week.
Wow, lying on the podcast.
I've never had it in like anything, like in a bowl or anything. I've always had just a side of it with chips.
Mm.
You don't put it on your food? You should
No.
try it. It's pretty good.
I don't know if I really like guac like that.
Oh.
She don't know guac like that.
Something disappeared. I wanted to look up a fact of the area we're at, but I cannot. I don't know what these are called.
Main Street statues.
Make up a fact.
Okay.
They light up.
Did you know that these were actually put here because they are the northern lights that led the three wise men to Jesus?
Wow.
Yeah.
There's 4.
Shut the camera's not pointing that far. Okay, there was actually a fourth wise man. We don't talk about them very much. They brought sand, and Jesus hates sand because it's coarse and rough. and
That's
it
why
gets
he
everywhere.
walked on water.
He won't. Oh, true.
H2O.
H2O.
H2O, the
Just had
mermaid
water?
show.
Yeah, they swam.
They're mermaids.
Well, yeah, but like that's how they swam with the.
Aren't they also people?
Mermaids?
Are mermaids people?
I think mermaids are
Mer
a different species.
Wait. Would a good Halloween costume be like a mermaid, but like a mermaid dressed in a maid costume? Think about it.
A mermaid, but dressed as a mermaid, but opposite. So the top's a fish, the bottom's human.
I saw that TikTok. Did
That's
you
a
see a
TikTok?
TikTok?
I just created that in my head.
I saw like a tattoo thingy about that.
I'm original. I've never
not.
seen
Oh,
that.
true. You just made up a fact about these
Yeah.
shapes.
All 4 of them.
No, that's real.
Yeah, I didn't make that. That's real. I got that from Google itself. Oh, Goggle itself.
Goggles.
I'm sorry, talk tick.
Riss had some things that she wanted to get off her chest.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
lay it out.
right.
You could
Right.
rant. No one will know you on the internet.
No
Maybe-
one knows me.
No, maybe some people will know you, but Not everyone will.
You have no
Well,
friends.
Let's
Oh, you made a list?
Yeah, I made a list. This list has been in the making since April 13th.
Oh.
So,
We've just been so busy to have you on the podcast. I'm so sorry about that.
yeah. Well, it was before I even asked. But, yeah. It's been a while.
See, just like Riss, you can also come to us for
Ranting.
ideas.
Oh, ideas and
Say
to
for
get things off your
rant?
chest.
Oh. Rant. I think said rent.
Rent?
You can pay our rent.
I don't pay rent.
Okay. This is my first one.
Lay it
my
on.
first one. I don't remember where I was to where I had this thought. But do you guys think that buying salads at a restaurant, like not as an appetizer, but as your entree, do you think that's a waste of money?
Like buying it?
Yeah, like you're going to a restaurant, say you're going to like Texas Roadhouse, and you get a salad, but just as the entree.
Yeah, that's a waste of money.
Yes.
Okay,
Good.
I think it's a complete waste of money. I don't understand how people buy salads. I understand it for like diet restrictions or anything, but if you're doing that for like fun, just go home.
Yeah.
Fun?
Make a salad.
It'll be much more expensive to buy at a restaurant than just making it.
It's such a waste of money. Just go buy a tomato and a head of lettuce and what else do you put in the salad?
This is Riss's exact recipe for making a perfect salad.
lettuce,
tomato.
tomato. Maybe a little crouton. No, just the entire slice of bread.
Oh.
Croutonize the entire bread.
Croutonize. Is
Croutonize.
that a word?
It's a word now.
Congrats.
Casper making up new things.
Is your name Webster? Because you're in the Webster dictionary.
Did you see that Nicki video?
What?
You saw that Nicki Minaj video?
Which one?
Okay.
There's many.
Someone was talking about one of her raps, and she's like, and she like made a video, and she just called him the Webster Dictionary, and it was funny to me. That's all it was.
Was that towards you?
That's hilarious.
No, it was not toward me, but it should be. Nikki, hit me up.
Collab with us.
She would hate us.
Hey, I'm not a fan of Nikki either,
Oh.
but her status. Anyways, yeah, it is a waste of money. Salad. To buy a salad, the only salad I would get is the one from Olive Garden. That is free.
Yeah, that's different there. You're not paying money. And I guess if you go to like Salad and Go, or Go and Salad, like that, I would get that. But that's because you know you're going there
Yeah.
to specifically get a salad.
But Roadhouse,
At
Texas.
Yeah, sorry. House Road, Texas. Get a chicken, a steak, get dessert for all I care.
Word.
Avocado.
Literally anything but a salad.
What if it's like a big bowl of salad?
To like share?
No, like just for you.
What do you mean?
I don't know how to make that more clear. Like a bowl of salad, but
Like-
it's like big.
That's the same thing. What do you mean? It's the same concept.
I know, but like
That is the same.
Would
it's still a waste of money.
It
no
would-
matter what size it is.
it would be more
and
fair
since
to
it's
pay.
bigger, it's probably going to be more expensive. So then you're spending more money.
You know, I would also I'd like to add to this McDonald's salads.
Do
They still make those?
They still make those?
I have no idea, but they used to, and they were expensive as shit.
Do you know people that actually got them?
For what reason? Would you get one?
At McDonald's.
Probably not. If I'm going to McDonald's, I'm expecting to eat some cheeseburgers.
I'm expected to be unhealthy.
Did you know?
McDonald's fact right now?
No, not McDonald's fact. I would say Dollar Tree went up to $1.25 for everything in their store, and that is
Really?
criminal.
They should be calling themselves $1.25.
Tree.
Tree.
They
Even
got,
Five Below has stuff that isn't Five Below.
they need to change their name to any price.
Sometimes. They should just add sometimes.
Five Below sometimes.
Or sometimes Five Below.
So what was on the next list?
Right.
Next on your list.
Okay, let me. Oh, this is actually something I'm very curious about. I think I've read some things about it, like on Reddit and other places, and I've heard people talk about it. But do you guys have like a constant stream of conversation going on in your head? Not necessarily when you're talking out loud, but like when you're just sitting in the car, is there like a constant stream of conversation going in your head, and you're like basically talking to yourself but not out loud?
Sometimes I talk to myself in my head and then it comes out loud. So then it's just a constant stream of that. Like if I was working, I'll just keep talking. But then other times I will be thinking thoughts for like the entirety of a time. It'll be such vivid thoughts that I can't see.
Oh.
Interesting.
Does that make sense?
It does.
You get blinded by your own thoughts.
Basically, like I can see the thoughts happening.
Wow.
And I'll be sitting like driving, and I'll be like aware of the road and stuff, but like I'm seeing this thought play out in my head.
Like you have like a storyline, and you're like,
Yeah, usually music triggers it.
Oh.
oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I think.
Sometimes.
Is it a thought necessarily, or is it just like a memory or something that's like bound to happen in the future?
I doubt most of those things will never happen.
So,
It's like daydreaming basically.
Daydreaming?
Like aggressive daydreaming.
but there isn't like when I'm in my car and I'm driving, I'm just like talking in my head, or sometimes I'm talking out loud in my car by myself.
There was one time I was driving and I was talking in my head, driving, and singing music at the same time.
Oh yeah, I do that.
And and then I stopped and I stopped at a light and realized I was doing all three of those things at the same time.
But you drive perfectly.
Yeah, I've never driven better. I drive worse when I'm actually paying
Sometimes I
attention.
notice that, and I'm like, wow, I should really start doing this more often. And then I start going on more on tangent. I'm driving perfect.
You're like, wow, I should stop paying attention to when I drive.
Renee, do you have a constant stream?
I don't think so. I think I don't ever do that because I'm always doing something, so my mind's always on that thing that I'm doing. But I occasionally like make comments about the thing I am doing. The only times I ever have a constant conversation with myself is when I'm literally just not doing anything and just sitting there.
I know it's
You know?
not exactly the same, but you should. I think you talked about like a little bit about it in the last episode. You should talk about your expansion world that you created a little bit.
Oh, I basically created this whole OC world, this whole separate universe of different characters and different people living in my head, and it all streams from me listening to music, and that's how it all makes. So if I die, that world will also die with me.
That's kind of sad. Just don't die.
Could you imagine? You die and we all start to fade out of existence, and we were your world the entire time.
Have you actually heard about that?
Don't-
that theory?
Don't scare me like that.
That's like everything's fake around you, and once you die, everything else also vanishes.
Have you also heard the theory about your like everyone?
Yeah.
So I'm you, but I'm also you.
I'm so
But
sorry.
I'm also everyone else. So you just die, and then come back and restart, but you're still out there, basically.
Can you please control everyone watching this to like and subscribe to us?
Control.
Please watch this.
Oh.
Yeah.
All my subs out there. Like, subscribe, comment, do everything you can.
Turn the notification bell on. I used to go down a spiral where I used to think that that everyone around me is just in my head. Like I've made up everything. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wild?
It kind of is. But also, I don't really believe in
Okay,
that
never mind.
theory because
No.
why would myself just give that away, you know?
I don't understand it either, also, because how would you still be living?
What do you mean?
like how are you still, how am I talking to you if you're me dead?
Yeah. Like when I predict what you're about to say.
Are we going off the theory you said or the theory Riss said?
Theory, Rich said.
Oh, I don't believe that.
You don't, oh,
Yeah, that's why I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. No, that wouldn't make sense in my head to me.
Yeah.
What about mine? Do you believe in mine?
Oh, absolutely. You can create conversation in your head. I do it every day. So like if I were to if me personally were to envision this podcast, right? I would like envision us having a conversation because we need to have dialogue in order to have a podcast. That's just common sense. Camera person Florence has something to say.
Yeah, come on. Breaking the fourth wall.
How can that work if you have conversations with people, but they do something that you didn't predict?
Unpredictable.
Why would there be hate crime in your world that you created?
Because of course there is. No, okay, for your thing, I feel like because I feel like because it would be like a subconscious, like an unconscious thing that you do, right? Like you're not actively like, oh, I'm creating this conversation. So I think it would be like a unpredictability factor is key in that kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like in that world. This is all hearsay. Objection, hearsay.
So if it's like unpredictable, I actually don't remember where I was going with that. Never mind.
You want to go to the next one?
Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, there might be an actual answer to this, but I didn't research any of these questions. So, but when someone has like donated hair on their body, like they got hair from someone else, and they donate or they commit a crime, and their DNA of that hair, but only that hair is left on the crime scene, what happens?
I mean, I'm not a scientist.
They probably just trace it back, right?
I feel like they would trace it to
Yeah.
whoever.
So it just leads to nowhere. So people that have donated hair don't have to worry about leaving their hair.
Have you donated hair?
No, my hair has been dyed too much.
You live in constant fear that the single strand of hair you donated back in like 2008 is gonna get in a crime scene
We'll
somewhere.
get you arrested.
Or like if my hair, like a piece of my hair, like falls off because it's dead. So if it like falls off and then just like flies away into the crime scene, will I get arrested or questioned?
I mean, if there's enough evidence against you in that one piece of hair.
This one strand is just everything they need. My mom used to tell us, like if we like go walking or something, not to spit out gum on the sidewalk, not to spit on the sidewalk, not to leave like anything with like trash on the sidewalk with our fingerprints on it, because if the crime scene were to happen there, they'd have our DNA.
So that's the only reason she said it. Not because you shouldn't later do anything like that, but just because in case there's
well,
a crime
like,
scene.
also don't litter.
In case there's a crime scene,
No.
don't litter.
That convinced you more, the crime scene, not the litter part.
I mean,
It's a good tactic.
but I feel like nothing would happen.
Yeah, I don't think anything will happen either. That's what I was saying. I haven't researched it, so I'm sure there's an explanation for it.
If you know a forensic scientist or lawyer who has any insight, let us know. Call in.
Should I go on to my next
Yeah.
next
Yes. What's the next one?
one? Oh, okay. Would you scream if you were being kidnapped?
Who wouldn't?
No, because I would love to believe I would,
I
but I
it-
don't think I would. It gives me anxiety
to scream.
to scream because I'm like, I don't want to bother anyone.
You're like, why don't you too loud?
No, because I was like, if I was getting like pulled out of my car or something, like being transported into like the big white van, I'd probably just try to fight and make like grunting noises, loud grunting noises. But I don't know if I could literally scream like my head off.
Give us your best scream queen.
I don't think I can do that.
Someone might believe a kidnapping's happening if that happens.
Well, then that's why you scream, because then they'll hopefully come to help.
Yeah, but that's what people also like. If you hear screaming, why would you go over there?
True. Like
I personally wouldn't. You're right.
I wouldn't.
So what is screaming besides alerting people around you so they have like the police have evidence if they go like around knocking or whatever. What's it gonna do?
It's like an alarm, like, don't let your kids out. I'm currently being kidnapped.
It's warning everyone around the area. I feel like someone would help you though. There's bound to be one person to go there to be curious.
One person.
Question then.
Question.
If you saw someone like getting pushed and like if you saw it with your eyes, right? You heard like a scream, you turn the corner, someone's getting pushed into a van. Would you try to help?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'll help. If I see it happening in my eye, like in front of me, I'll
Help
help.
how?
Like,
Call the cops.
I don't know.
Physically go there.
Fight the motherfucker.
Fight them.
I don't know if I could like fight. I guess it kind of just depends on the situation.
I'm just gonna
right?
get kidnapped too.
Yeah, at that point. And then we can't even do anything because I won't scream.
You said, nah, screw over. Let me get in. Make some room.
Voluntarily getting kidnapped.
Well, guess it's gonna happen. If it happens, it happens.
I would scream though. I would scream even if no one would help me.
What is that movie?
Scream?
No. No, the movie me and you went to see together.
Oh, scream.
No. It was it's hide and seek. When she gets off the table and she like holds a knife and she just lets out that nasty scream.
Oh.
You should do that and it scares them away. It's like, what the fuck is this?
You gotta look crazy so they don't kidnap you.
I think it's a isn't it? Yes. Isn't it a defense mechanism? Don't animals do it?
Scream?
If they're in danger, it's like a it's like, or like I think mother animals do it. It's like a last scream, knowing that like they will die to defend themselves.
Do they?
I didn't
think
know
so.
that.
Interesting factoid. And if it's wrong, I was told by Riss. Thank you.
What
I
would
literally
you
just said,
do?
really?
What would you do? Would you scream?
Oh, I would.
You
I'd
just let it
fight.
happen?
I'd fight.
You fight?
I'd scream and fight.
See, I
Wait,
would-
was that an option?
Hoot and holler.
I don't know if I would scream, but I would definitely try to fight.
Yeah.
What's that an option? You either scream or you sit there and take it. you just get put in the van.
No, I think anybody would try to fight.
I gotta find my friends on.
Oh, yeah.
I got Snapchat locations.
I'll come get you.
I'll put an air tag on my
Body.
somewhere.
Oh.
Just slip it into like a crack of the van.
Oh, I don't know if that would do anything though because my air tags
Hook up
into
to your
my phone. You can look at my Apple ID. No one knows my password though.
Or, put an air tag in the van, and then drop your phone, so we find the location of your phone and we can trace it to your air tag.
Oh.
I feel like
Once you get rid of the van. Sorry, not to gender. What if they get rid of the van?
Not to gender.
The van?
Not to gender the van. Then I guess you're shit out of luck. But if they don't,
If I'm gonna get kidnapped, I'm just gonna assume that no one's gonna come for me and that I'm probably gonna end up on whatever they're kidnapping me for. Whether that's gonna kill me or do something else, I'm just gonna take it from there.
I would personally come get you.
Oh, you would like that one movie.
I would
Where?
take in the ass.
Oh, Taken? Was it called Taken?
Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Taken 2,
Taken 3.
Scream.
Taken 4. Taken 5.
I only know people, there's bound to be someone to come to you if someone screamed, because I had this personal story happen to me. I was with my friends
kidnapped.
when I was kidnapped. I was in middle school. I was with my friends. We were hanging out and we heard this scream, this like bloody scream that happened that was nowhere near us. And the first thing they thought about was, let's go see where it's from. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, but you're kids and you're curious. Like, you're younger.
Oh, but you stop being curious when you get older?
Yeah.
Yes. 'Cause,
Well, I'm pretty curious still, but
I mean, I feel like
I'm
as
so
a
young.
kid, you're like, that could be a fun adventure.
A fun adventure?
But
But someone screaming sounded like it's murdered. First thing in my head was they're getting murdered. And I did the exact opposite. And I was like, nope, I'm not going there.
So you didn't want to go.
I didn't want to go, yeah.
but those other kids, they were probably like, ooh,
Fun adventure.
let's check this out.
Where are they now?
Dora Explorer. Kidnapped. No. I don't know where they are.
They all got
They
kidnapped.
are kidnappers.
Doing
I'm
taken.
kidding.
Oh.
Let us know below if you're the kidnappers.
Anyways, moving on to from this kidnapping topic. What was the other ones on your list?
Next question.
Should I make it a last one, or do we want 2 more?
Oh, let's keep going. Let's keep going. As much as you have.
You ever feel like when you're in your car and you're on the freeway, you just get those like thoughts that your car's gonna blow up? Because I do
Blow up?
all the time.
I think I get the thoughts that someone's gonna hit me. These terrible drivers in Arizona, but not blow up.
No, I think my car is gonna blow up half the time.
I guess it depends how old your car is.
But it's not even like my car itself. I just get scared driving on the freeway. And any car. My sister has a newer car, and when I'm driving on her car, even I get scared then. That I just have really bad luck. I'm just gonna.
You're gonna buy a brand new car and you get on the freeway and go
Don't say that.
65 and it's gonna blow up.
Well, I won't need a car.
You want what?
I won't need a car.
To blow up. To go on the freeway. To go 65. Interesting factoid. When Riss runs, she can reach up to 65 miles per hour.
Yeah. I'm as fast as a cheetah.
Interesting factoid.
Do they go 65 miles?
I don't know, they go
Cheetahs?
pretty fucking fast.
They
though.
go 0 to 60 in something. They can go up to they go between 60 and 80, I think. But they have like no stamina,
Oh.
so they don't get it.
Oh yeah, they could just do long sprints.
Yeah.
So are you scared your car's gonna blow up, Casper?
My car personally, like my current car, yes, absolutely, because she hates me. And if you
Yeah.
talk bad about her, she may kill us all. Most cars, no.
Just your car.
Just Barbara.
Do you
Yeah.
have a love-hate relationship with your car?
Yes. I love her because she gives me where I need to go, and I've never once crashed in her. I've been in 3 accidents, never once in my own car. But one day she will just strike me down. But I do have the same fears that you have, where someone might just decide to hit me, because it's happened 3 times.
It's happened multiple times.
I have decided that not decided. I have worried about that once or twice.
People hitting you.
Yeah.
After that old lady didn't look like behind her and like just hit me. Like my biggest issue on the freeway is like watching the people like in their and not being in their blind spots, you know.
Someone almost hit me on my way back home from work. I was like on the side. I wasn't even in their blind spot. I know for a fact I wasn't in their blind spot. And they tried to get over, and they got like halfway over before I like had to swerve out of the way. Luckily, there was no one on the freeway because it was a closing shift. So there was no one on the freeway to where I was able to swerve out of the way. But shit, they would have they would have sideswept my car.
Were they like a turn signal on anything?
They had their turn signal on, but I was next to them.
They said, we're gonna let you know, but we're not gonna stop.
We're
coming."
turning this on and we're moving.
And I don't like to honk my horn unless it's on accident. Like I do that every day.
You were so unconfrontational. You just die.
Exactly. Haven't gone that far yet though.
Like no screaming to kidnappers, no honking a horn to people getting in your lane. Nothing. You're like, this is my time.
If it's time to go, it's time to go.
It's like that one picture in the dog in the fire with the mug that says, this is fine.
This is fine.
So, do you have any more on your list?
Yes, I have one more. And this is the very first thought that struck it all.
Ooh.
Has a court ever handpicked a jury? And by that, I mean like a court is wants a certain outcome, so they pick certain people to be part of that jury so they can get the outcome that they want.
Yes.
Is that all?
Explain.
In my years as a judge, I feel like the one time I went to jury duty, thank you. They said, we're looking for people who don't get, like, if you have any personal ties to this issue, you are immediately not in the jury. But then like after they cut it down to that, I felt like, I mean, I was not in there for like personal interviews, obviously, but I feel like they were. I feel like they would try to get whatever outcome they wanted.
I know they do this for some cases, like, for example, the trial for Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. The jury that's on that has to have had experience with like domestic violence and there's other qualifications for it, but like for that, sometimes I can understand at that like what certain qualities are looking for, like domestic violence with that whole situation, but like a certain maybe like political trial or like a murder trial or something where they don't want to get a certain person convicted, so they pick people that like a certain person. I don't know how to really explain it, but I have gone deeper into that hole. Kinda. I didn't really research it. I just kind of heard it. So I went super deep into the hole. But they have cameras in the courtroom for that reason. Not for that specific reason, but so they can monitor the court. So that there's no funny business or anything going on. So it's all like legit and everything. But I'm sure there's like ways to go under the table with it.
This is the American justice system. We have no flaws in it. It's perfect. So they probably wouldn't do anything like that.
Right.
Right.
That's crazy. I never knew they did that for the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Yeah, I
one.
saw it. I don't know where I read it. I think I read it in a comment section on YouTube or something. I don't know. But yeah, they did pick certain people for the jury, just so people are, first of all, like, they can better make a judgment on the people, so they have like experience in what they're going to be hearing and how they're going to be able to judge it and stuff like that.
Wow, that's really smart though.
Yeah.
I had no idea beforehand what it was. I would have just said no. No matter what case it was, they just got random people. But that makes a lot more sense to get very specific people that have been through similar experiences.
It also makes sense for that case specifically because they need people that also were like, do you know who Johnny Depp is, or like all like the whole information about not wanting to be like too, like, it can't be a super fan of Johnny Depp because then they're gonna obviously side with him.
Yeah.
Or they can't be like a super fan of Amber Heard, which I don't know
Who
where.
is?
Yeah, but like, yeah. So there was another like requirement for that they had, but I don't remember what it was exactly.
If you've ever seen a Johnny Depp movie, you can't be in the case.
Yeah.
Wow.
For that kind of case, it makes sense. But I was laughing because I started picturing like for like a murder case, like if you've ever been murdered, you're on the jury.
Like, you could probably do like if you've ever
Like survived attempted murder?
survived. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say attempt murder, but I guess that would just be a jury full of like convicts. Convict.
Well, I feel like convicts are
Or
usually,
like ex-convicts.
or yeah, ex-convicts. I feel like they have a moral code. Which, that sounds weird, I know, but like I feel like ex-convicts who would be on a jury, which means that they have like gotten out and sort of maybe changed their life around, would know, you know, and I feel like they wouldn't like skimp out being like, oh, not guilty, even if they were.
Guess that, yeah.
You know?
It'd have to be someone that really changed their life around, though. But then you could also argue that they're obviously going to side for a person that was,
True.
because they know what they did and how
Yeah.
they were able to like change their life around. So it's probably a pretty complicated. With that, I think they probably just pick random people,
They probably do.
unless sometimes they handpick it. I'm very interested in that. Maybe I'll try to look up stuff.
You
now.
should ask Supreme Court.
The Supreme
Yeah,
Court.
let me just go up there.
Just start walking right now.
Start a
Okay.
case.
I'll probably make it in like a couple of days, hours, weeks.
Oh, especially
Hours?
I mean, hours are definitely going to be alongside that.
There's time involved.
Like 1,000 hours. Time it.
I was gonna say something, but I don't remember what it was.
It was about rabbit holes. Going deep in holes.
About what?
Demon?
Going deep in holes. Stuff you get so interested in that you just go down a rabbit hole.
Oh, rabbit holes.
Yeah.
I have gone down the rabbit hole once or twice in my life. But that's not what it was about.
I've tried to. I don't really go down deep in rabbit holes that often.
I get fixated, and then I get bored.
Nothing really like piques my interest too much, to where I'm like reading everything, every article, everything about it. Even like bands and stuff that I like. I know a lot of people do that where they watch like every interview, everything about them. But I'd love to, but I feel like I would just get bored of them. Maybe not bored of them. Oh, you know what? I did do that when I was younger. I really liked 21 Pilots.
May I also
I did that a lot.
interject? Jenna Marbles.
That's literally the only one. But that's because I've been watching her for years. Years. So like I've come across so much information that it's just in my mind.
Would you have sought it out like yourself? If you like got into her like later in life a little bit, would you have been like, let me look up all these different things?
There are times where I look up like some things, but I don't go like deep into it. I just start to like learn as I become interested.
What I was gonna say was a tangent on the it's like a while ago. It's a serial killer thing. I wouldn't be mad. This is gonna be bad. I wouldn't be mad if someone I knew got killed by a famous serial killer.
If they were famous?
Yeah, like at the time of them being murdered, obviously I'm pissed, I'm sad, I'm devastated, blah blah, blah, right?
Yeah.
But years later, when that person's like, when that serial killer is like infamous, I'm like, yeah, my cousin,
They were murdered
my
by
cousin
them.
Tanya got Ted Bundy'd. Like,
Did you say it got Ted Bundy'd?
yeah, Ted Bundy'd.
Damn.
You can turn anything to a verb.
They got the whole documentary on Netflix on them.
Yeah.
I hope my cousin appears in this.
Like, where's Tanya? I don't have a cousin Tanya, but
Shout out to Tanya.
anymore.
Wow.
That was my little tangent I had to go on because.
What if they were sexy? The killer.
Oh, I was like, my cousin?
What if Tanya was sexy? Would you be mad then?
No, my sexy cousin.
Hold up.
If it what?
Hold up. Sexy cousin.
No.
Oh.
Scratch that. Editors, take it out. Cut the camera, dead ass. If the killer was sexy,
Well, wasn't like Ted Bundy attractive?
Yeah.
I don't think he was personally, but
me Google.
There were some people that didn't believe he actually did those crimes because he was attractive.
that's weird.
You heard it here first, folks. Only ugly people can be serial killers. He's not cute. Well,
No.
no,
Okay.
Zac
Of
Efron
course
played
you
him.
would say, well,
no. I'm looking at more pictures, and he's not attractive.
can I see?
I mean, he was probably really attractive during that time.
Can you? You can't reach it.
I'm
You
farther
could have
away.
just shown me. Like, I guess I could see the appeal. Not that one.
No, like they're not. You know who he looks here? He looks like the guy who plays Ash Williams from Evil
Oh
Dead.
yeah. You know,
Oh,
they should have had him
They
play.
should have had him play
in the movie, and not Zac Efron.
I think that was just to,
Further have that attractiveness.
yeah.
The guy who plays Ash Williams is very attractive. I'll say it.
Yeah, but Zac Efron is like known and
Yeah.
like
The
everyone
typical.
loves him.
I have a second tangent to go on.
Go for it.
It's kind of changed my. I saw a movie recently that with him in it, and it changed my viewpoint. I do think he's somewhat attractive. Maybe it was just because he was funny in the movie. Channing Tatum, when he was like he's an attractive guy,
He's all right.
but like when he was like back in like Magic Mike era, and everyone's like, oh, he's so sexy. I'm like, I don't see it.
I never saw it.
It just wasn't like. Again, my viewpoint's kind of changed because he was kind of funny in that movie, and if you're funny, you're immediately attractive.
Thank you. I'm funny.
Who said you were funny?
I'm hilarious. I'm the
You are.
funniest person I know.
Wait, what if you consider yourself funny? What are you then? Are you still attractive or are you different?
A narcissist.
Well,
Well, killers are narcissists sometimes. Some of them are.
sometimes. Because sometimes it's for, like, other...
What was the question?
There was no question. You were going on about Channing Tatum. So, Marissa, is there anything else on the list?
That was all.
Why?
You want to go back to Channing Tatum, Casper?
No, I'm good. Channing Tatum, if you have any money that you don't currently want in your possession, I'll take it off your hands.
Hey, yo, collab. Channing Tatum?
What?
Collab?
Collab? He's
Yeah,
funny.
let's talk about 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street.
I'll talk about it. I've never seen them.
Really? You should. I like them. They're funny.
I hardly remember them.
I just watched them pretty recently. They're good.
You recommend watching them?
Yes.
Is it him and Jonah Hill?
Yeah, that's why it's funny. The second one's funny too. Like, sometimes the second one is of a series are like, they're all right. Or sometimes it's the best one.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like they're both pretty equal in that they're both different in what they're doing.
Is the second one a sequel or a prequel?
It's a sequel.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
The infamous Jeff was in the sequel.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Jeff. My name is Jeff.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
You cannot. You don't know that.
I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know who the fuck Jeff is.
What? If you hear it,
You remember it.
you'll know it.
That was huge. It was a huge thing.
Yeah. And I did not, when I first watched it, 'cause when I watched it for the first time recently, that was my first time ever watching it. I said that. But I was watching it, and it's at the beginning of the movie, and I wasn't really expecting it. And I did not know that that was from that movie until I watched it. I thought it was just like a Vine, because that was big in like the Vine days.
You got it.
In 4 seconds.
You want to play it for the mic?
I don't know where it is. It's like a.
You play the whole scene.
It's like a 2 minute.
You can't just find a little
No, I
clip, 4-second
couldn't.
clip of him saying it.
Everything is over a minute.
You looked up the entire scene, the whole movie.
I'm playing the whole movie.
I found it.
How'd you find it?
It's a 6-second video.
Where?
I look up, my name is Jeff,
Yeah, I looked it up and I'm
and
only
the
getting
third one.
like the third. My third was the whole movie.
Casper.
Well, I guess you could do that too.
Play it.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, I've never heard that in my life.
You never.
You have to have had.
Mm-mm. I've never heard that in my life.
No
It's
one.
funny.
No one ever referenced it around you.
I don't think anyone watches movies around me.
I still remember when I watched both movies in theaters.
You watch them in theaters?
Yeah.
They were that good?
Yeah, actually, for the I think for the first or second one, I saw an early screening of it, and
Wow.
the villain for one of those two was actually there.
Wow.
What was his name? Dave Franco. That's who it was at the
Dave
theater.
Franco?
Yeah, he showed up, but it was around the time he wasn't that big.
You met Dave Franco?
Yeah, I took a picture with him. I was small.
You know who I took a picture of with?
Who?
Muhammad Ali.
Can you please explain that one for the audience?
Yeah.
So I was poor when I was younger. Oh, I still am. But when I was younger, I was like really poor. So like my school's counselor would try to help my family out. So we got invited to like this poor fair basically. So it was all free. And I got a free bike also. But Muhammad Ali was there.
Muhammad Ali?
Yeah, and like he was just like signing autographs, talking to people, taking pictures, and I guess I didn't get a picture with him. I just got a picture of him. But I met him.
Just edit your face into the picture.
Right. Well, my friend made a joke because I showed her that picture, and she's like, "Oh, you look so good there." And it's like an old lady. I kind of look like her, but yeah, I was young. So I don't really remember it, but I do have the picture.
So it really was Muhammad Ali, though.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. He was in a wheelchair.
Wow.
It was like his later days, obviously.
Oh,
Like he
yeah.
wasn't still fighting.
He was so young.
He was punching kids.
At the poor fair?
Yeah, the poor fair.
Marissa, you have any last words to say to the people at home?
Enjoy. Pour a
Shit.
glass of wine if you're of age, or not. I don't know. Or some apple juice
Do you
in a
want?
wine glass.
Oh.
I don't like apple juice though. Anyways, what?
Do you want to shout anything else out of yours?
Go to Whole Foods.
Just any Whole Foods?
No, the one on Ray and
You're gonna dox yourself.
the 101, I think.
You're gonna get another
I work
Another
in
warning.
the produce.
What is the takeaway of this episode?
Thoughts.
our thoughts. Yeah.
Think. Purely
It
just
really
think your
is.
thoughts. And say them out loud.
What a motivational way to put it.
Don't be scared of your thoughts.
Do you have advice for anyone who is scared to speak their thoughts?
Say it.
Don't be.
Don't be scared. It'll be all right. Maybe.
Don't be scared. Be prepared.
Beautiful.
Thank
And you
you.
rhymed. Kind of.
I do.
Dr.
Kind of.
Seuss.
What'd you call me?
What?
Sorry.
No, it's okay.
Dr. Shush?
Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and thank you again for Marissa joining us.
Thank you.
Casper, any last words?
That's amazing.
My mind.
Any last thoughts?
Any last thoughts to thunk? No thinking going on in this head.
Thank
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next week as we talk about other stuff. Later.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye.